To Pradhana, start the session. Om Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. The only Guru of three religions, Traitatiram originator, Hindu virtue donor, sensational writer, author of more than 100 divine holy scriptures, Sri 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 Acharya Prabodhananda Yogeshwar. Last week, we learned about the introduction of the Bhagavad Gita to some extent, and we'll continue learning it this week as well. So last week we come to know that what is Gita. Gita means it's a boundary or perimeter. So as we know that there is a boundary around a country, and the same way, so to our body we have a perimeter, or we can say boundary to the body. And Bhagavan, who is the aspect of the God, so who takes the birth as a human being to teach the dharmas, when he comes onto the earth, so he teaches the wisdom, and whatever the teachings he gave, that is known as Gita. So if you cross the Gita, or the line of or the border of your body, there is no dharma or righteousness exists. So if you see all the verses start by Bhagavan in Bhagavad Gita, all are applicable to the body itself, and nobody can show any sloka outside the body. And the Bhagavad Gita is the one which was drawn by Bhagavan, and that drawn line is called Bhagavad Gita. And the God which he created the boundary is the line or Gita, we can say. Whatever the Bhagavan taught is called the Bhagavad Gita. So that's what we come to know in the last week. So all the slokas, whatever we know from Bhagavad Gita, they are applicable to the body itself only. So when you see with your rational sight, whatever the things exist inside the line or inside the Gita, that is there in the Bhagavad Gita. So God provided so many ideas. With that, we invented so many theorems. In the same way, God provided us the name Gita, the word Gita. Gita means it's a line or boundary, we can say. So God made us to write the word Gita to make us understand very well. So he did so because for some point of time people may get thought into their intellect that what is Gita, what is boundary, and they will question themselves and they will look for the answer for that. So that's what the objective of the God. So, and also when the people see with that view, then they will come to know the righteousness taught in the Bhagavad Gita, and they start knowing the dharmas. So to for our welfare or for our goodness, for our to help us to cross from this karma and to get liberation, God introduced us the Gita, that is called Gita Parchayam. But some people who could not get any thought into their intellect, they will simply say that in which dictionary this word meaning is available. If they ask that question, can we think them that as so demons, or which kind of demigods section they belong to? think yourself and decide about them, what kind of people they are of asking such kind of questions. The dictionaries may provide only related meanings, but it will not contain any notion of the God in that. So, if that exists, if the notion of God exists in the dictionaries itself, then what is the uh, use of God taking birth as a human being and teaching the wisdom to us? So God only told that when the righteousness is not there on the earth, when the righteousness vanishes on the earth, He is going to come and reveal the righteousness to the people. When God takes a human form and comes onto the earth and He starts teaching the wisdom, the people who are on the unrighteousness path, they never going to like that one. So they oppose always. When Lord Krishna taught the wisdom, people opposed him. When Jesus Christ taught the wisdom, people also opposed them, and they created so many hurdles for them. So when such kind of people exist in those days itself, so nowadays if Swami teaches such a great wisdom, then now also there are so many people who will point out and say it is wrong. So without thinking about that, so just by keeping them aside, so Swami wanted to provide us the pure divine wisdom to the people who got lot of interest on the um, interest to learn the wisdom. So in that way, by thinking in that way, Swami has provided the meaning for the Gita is the line drawn by God. So such kind of meaning he has provided. Now onwards, we should know that Gita means the line drawn by the God. Gita is not the song. So some people think that Gita means song. No, it's not song. It is the line drawn by the God. All the dharmas exist inside the line. That is the boundary of our body. So Swami wanted to reveal the pure dharmas to us, and those dharmas are existing inside the Gita itself. So and also the noticeable point over here is, so whenever there is a disease, for him only we give the medicine and we do the treatment to the person who got the illness. So so far whatever the wisdom is provided to just the people who are the side, so who are called the spiritualists. So thus not only for the spiritualists the wisdom, but also the wisdom provided by Swami helped a lot to the atheists and also the theists than to the rationalists. So they got much more benefit from the teachings of Swami. Those teachings are purely dharmas only. So some of the thieves criticized what Swami was teaching, but some of the rationalists and atheists could get much more benefit and they became spiritualists, and that gave much more encouragement to Swami. So Swami explained the knowledge in such a way that everybody could know about the divinity. And also the Bhagavad Gita, which was interpreted by Swami, gave lot of answers to the questions. And also in this Bhagavad Gita, there are so many wonderful matters and surprising matters that will help a lot to the person who is really interested on the divine wisdom. So, for the good criticizes whatever uh, Swami's teachings faced are, and also there are so many appreciations Swami got because of the great wisdom he has provided. And also Swami's objective was to truth reveal the truth. So that he is saying that his chittam decided to reveal the truth to the public. In Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna said a word that so the matters of Veda are only to provide the luxuries, and also the things the Vedas say that to eliminate your hurdles and get the luxuries, the Vedas are saying like this, and they do so many preaches related to the Vedas, and those teachings look like honey, um, and the people who are listening to them, they are always praying the god to get the luxuries, and those words of Vedas are like sweet. So those kind of people do not get any interest to know about the Bhagavad Gita. So such kind of people who like luxuries, and they pray the God for luxuries purpose only. So for them the spiritual wisdom will not be helpful. So they don't like that spiritual wisdom, and they don't grasp it. So nowadays, so many people are like that, and also the people nowadays they recite the slokas from Bhagavad Gita, but they don't understand essence from that. They recite them like mantras, and they don't grasp the higher essence from that. The great essence they are not going to grasp it. So Swami is telling that the teachings which we reveal from Bhagavad Gita, which belongs to the righteousness, all the dharmas which we teach, they are not going to help for the worldly related matters. So Swami always says that nowadays the weather is like filled with desires everywhere. So if you have such kind of weather, if you are living in such kind of weather, and if your mind filled with n number of desires, so for you it's not going to help this wisdom. Uh, so the people who are truly interested in God, they are only going to grasp the true wisdom. The people who are with a lot more desires in them, they are not going to taste this wisdom. Um, so Swami said that though the people who are with fully desires, they are not going to taste this wisdom. Swami wanted to reveal always the truth, and also the the liberation is the greatest subject, and it is the permanent one. So those who wants to get the liberation, and they are going to know about this wisdom. And also people should know the greatness of the liberation, and they should come towards the divine path. And also Swami is saying that so out of 1,000 people, if one could come towards this path, then whatever the work we did, so there is a great result for that, and the objective is fulfilled. The Gita, what we understood is Gita is a boundary of the body, and the Gita which shows the boundary to the entire humanity, and it is applicable to the all the human beings on the earth. He never pointed out any religion, and did not teach the wisdom. So this wisdom is applicable to all the religions on the earth. So um, so to all the human beings in this universe, all the human beings can read, can understand, can know about this pure Bhagavad Gita. This is a pure science, it's a big science, it's a big education, it's a super science. All the matters which were taught in the Bhagavad Gita are applicable to the human whole humanity, all the human beings. So some people may think that this Gita may be for Hindu religion. No, it's not like that. So all the religious people can get benefit out of this Bhagavad Gita. Because some people may think that, so when Lord Krishna taught this wisdom, that time only Hindu religion was there. Probably that this wisdom must be for them itself. That's not true. So that time, it's about 5000 years ago. 5000 years ago, there was no religion at all. So there was only one path, a divine path. People used to follow that path. So that time there was no religion at all. So when you have that, when you think that Gita is for all, Gita is for all the human beings, then you can understand in such a way that all the dharmas you can know from the Gita. And also Gita tells that all the dharmas taught in Bhagavad Gita are to the mortal soul. So mortal soul means in every religion, every human being body has a mortal soul. So all the human beings are mortal souls itself. So when the wisdom taught for the mortal soul, that belongs to the all the religious people. And also this is not just for a man, not just for a woman. It's for all the human beings. That means male or female, anybody can learn the wisdom. And also he never taught to a particular caste. So there is no caste or creed or race or anything. So everybody can learn this. uh, if you see the Bible, there is a mentioning about Christians. If you see the Quran, there is a mentioning about Muslims. So people may think that since there is a mentioning about Quran, Muslim and Christian in their respective spiritual scriptures, so there might be some people thinking that Bhagavad Gita might be for Hindus. No, it's wrong completely. If you see entire Bhagavad Gita, nowhere you find the name religion related to the Hindu or anything. So this Bhagavad Gita is for all the human beings on the earth. So when you understand the Bhagavad Gita, you will come to know that there is a Lord for all the human beings. He is the God. So we need to know about the Lord, the God. So to know about him, we need to read the Bhagavad Gita, understand it. There might be some people already read Bhagavad Gita. There might be some people who read the Bhagavad Gita and might have some questions in them. They might have some doubts. And there might be some people who read the Bhagavad Gita and they got the doubts in it, and they could not get any answers to their questions or doubts, and they might have put that Bhagavad Gita aside, not moving forward. So in view of all the people, we require a Bhagavad Gita in such a way that it should give answers to all the questions. So, such a way, uh, the Bhagavad Gita we should have in such a way. Swami provided the Bhagavad Gita, that Bhagavad Gita gives answers to all the questions. So, Swami, what he is saying, don't believe blindly whatever the teachings comes in front of you. You read that Bhagavad Gita, you read any scripture, think rationally, and then you accept it, you understand it. You might come across some of the matters which you might not have heard so far, that you face in this Bhagavad Gita, Traitatiram Bhagavad Gita. Though you should have rational thinking on it and read it carefully so that you can understand very well. So Swami explained Bhagavad Gita in such a way that you will get many new things from that, and you will travel in such a way that so you will definitely reach the divine. Many people know that Bhagavad Gita was taught in the battlefield during the Mahabharata battle. Lord Krishna taught Bhagavad Gita to Arjuna. So he told to him that since it is a secret, so I am teaching only to you. In such a case, some people may think that so in that context, how come Sanjaya could listen to that? This is the question. If he had any television, if he had any television or radio, he might have heard and taught to Dhritarashtra. But during the cosmic appearance, Lord Krishna told to Arjuna that you cannot visualize this cosmic appearance with your eyes, which are made out of the Prakriti or nature. This cosmic appearance only can be seen by the divine eyesight. Those who have divine eye, wisdom eye, they are only going to see that one. And also he said that even demigods also try to visualize my cosmic appearance, but so far they never got a chance to get it. So in order to view that cosmic appearance, I am providing you the wisdom eye to you. That's what the words Lord Krishna said to Arjuna. So in that context, when Arjuna could able to see that, only Arjuna could able to see the cosmic appearance of the God. So then how come Sanjaya could see the cosmic appearance, and how could he explain that to the Dhritarashtra? That is the question. When Sanjaya could able to see the cosmic appearance along with Arjuna, then why Lord Krishna said so, that nobody could see this one, I am only showing it to you? Like that, there are so many questions come out of the Bhagavad Gita interpretations. So in order to know the truth out of that, so we need to go deeply and understand about that. Like that, we keep on thinking about that, so we will come to know from Bhagavad Gita many truths and many secrets out of that. And also the Bhagavad Gita which is in front of us so far is having 700 verses in it, and we need to compare the Bhagavad Gita what Lord Krishna taught and what the Bhagavad Gita which we are looking at. So if we could compare both of them, then we can have many answers, then we can have answers to all our questions. So when Bhagavad Gita becomes like a provable and scientifically bounded, then only then only the truths will come out, and also we will get answers to all the questions we have. So when we think in this way only, then we can come to know the answer about how many minutes Lord Krishna taught wisdom to Arjuna. So let us know about a small example. If there is a person who has no literacy at all, he will depend on a person who can write a letter for him. So when he goes to that person and he tells the essence to the person who is writing the letter, so when he grasps that essence, then he will start writing the letter and giving the subject name and salutations, like that he will create a letter in such a way that the other person who is going to read that letter, so he also will be very happy seeing that salutations and bragging everything over there. And also at the end he will give some the information about the address and what are the details at the end. You are sincerely, you are obediently, or something colorings we will have at the end of the letter. So the person who tells him main essence to write the letter, that is a short form or smaller content what he teaches. But the person who is writing, he will make colors to that, to decorates it and add some more stuff to that one, and writes a letter and sends to the person who has to read that. So the receiver will get it and read that one. So in the same way, Vyasa Maharshi got the essence of the Bhagavad Gita from Arjuna. After Lord Krishna taught the wisdom to Arjuna, Arjuna went to Vyasa Maharshi and he taught the essence what he learnt from Lord Krishna during the battle. So then what happened? So Vyasa, what he did, he wrote the Bhagavad Gita elaboratively in many of the verses. So he wrote that in many of the chapters, like 18 chapters. He wrote the Bhagavad Gita in 18 chapters with 700 verses in it. But actually, if you take synopsis or summary from all the chapters, that will be a very smaller content, we can say. For example, I am the one who is omnipresent. That is the sentence taught by Lord Krishna in Bhagavad Gita. So God taught that sentence. So for that sentence itself, Vyasa Maharshi, what he did, he wrote 42 verses in Vibhuti Yoga chapter. You see, for a single sentence he wrote 42 verses. Like that, in Bhagavad Gita, there are about 700 slokas. So if you keep on reading 700 slokas, it takes more than half an hour or something. But there was no that much time in the battlefield to teach all the wisdom by Lord Krishna to Arjuna. So there might be the teachings might be some minutes only, might be some 10 minutes or something itself. But what Vyasa did is, when he grasped that matter, then he converted all it into the number of verses, like 700 verses. So why he did so is to make the people to understand uh, very simplistic way, because he got lot of skill to write that one, since he already wrote 18 Puranas and 4 Vedas. So with his knowledge, with his experience, so he could able to make the Bhagavad Gita as 18 chapters. So the first question in Bhagavad Gita is, how come Sanjaya could reveal the Bhagavad Gita teachings to Dhritarashtra? That is the first question. If Sanjaya could able to know the cosmic appearance of Lord Krishna, so then that cosmic appearance could be known to Sanjaya and as well as to the Dhritarashtra, for both. Here you see Arjuna, Dhritarashtra, Sanjaya, three people could know that. So that's what the thing we can come to know. So if that was true, when Sanjaya and Dhritarashtra also could know the cosmic appearance of the Lord Krishna, then they might have run into the battlefield and they would have asked their their people to stop the war, raise the war, because they could know already that they could have known already that Lord Krishna is such a great divine and he is showing the cosmic appearance. So we should not stand in front of the Lord God to go for a war. So they might have stopped the war itself. But in Bhagavad Gita, he said that except you, nobody could see the cosmic appearance. That's what Lord Krishna taught to Arjuna. So we should understand that the words of God never be false. So God reveals always truth. So if somebody say that Sanjaya could know the cosmic appearance, then whole Bhagavad Gita will become false itself. So people may get doubt on the Bhagavad Gita itself. So if we see this one, so what Lord Krishna said is truth, or what Sanjaya could see is truth. So which one is truth? It's like a the situation is like do or die state, state kind of situation we will have. Like that, Gita became with so many hurdles, and many people could not understand it properly because of such kind of doubtful questions over there. So many people who could not able to answer these questions, uh, they seems to be like knowers of the wisdom in the society, and they pose like they knew lot more wisdom from that. And when Swami wrote the interpretation to Bhagavad Gita and explained the knowledge in such a way, everybody could understand very well. But some people criticized Swami and laughed at Swami. But even Swami did not care about that. Let them criticize, let them laugh at me. I don't care at all, Swami said. Swami thought that some of the people who are interested to learn Bhagavad Gita, so at least they should understand. That's what Swami thought that. So after Swami's Bhagavad Gita came into the public and many people read that Bhagavad Gita, so they could understand that the people who betrayed them, they could understand that the people who could betray them and who could not reveal proper wisdom to them, and they made them to go in the wrong direction. And the people who are searching for the truth in the big education and for the rationalists, many people who could become atheists because of they could not get answers to their questions, and they started telling that all Bhagavad Gita is a trash, and they are just telling this is for the namesake, and they are telling the God's name, and it contains lot more doubts in it. It's not a true wisdom. People are telling that those kind of atheists also there. They are telling about that. So such kind of atheists are there, right? Already such kind of atheists. Um, that kind those atheists also could get answers from the if they don't accept the answer, that is fine. uh, some kind of people are criticizing it. Some kind of atheists what they are doing, with the wisdom whatever the Swami provided, and they got answers for that, and they accepted it, and they are learning the wisdom. Some kind of people are there. Some kind of people are there who are teaching the Bhagavad Gita, and who wrote the interpretation to Bhagavad Gita. They could not able to answer to the questions whatever we pose. Whatever the questions we ask, they are not able to tell that, because in their writings what they did know. So they explained about the cosmic appearance, and also for that cosmic appearance they put the long teeth, and the face, ugly face, and also the mouth in such a way that it looks like very weird. Such a way they created the cosmic appearance. It looks like a um it's look like a weird structure. So actually to the absolute soul, is there any form? No, he has no form at all. And also there is a question that God said about Chaturvarnam means people wrote, people explained that there are four kinds of caste: Brahmana, Vaishya, Kshatriya, Shudra. So all these castes exist only in India, but all the people are children of God itself. Then how come the four castes exist only in India? So that's what the wisdom is. When God said this wisdom is for all the human beings, for all the creatures, how come we can create the castes on the earth, and also that too related to only Hindu religion? So these are the questions when we ask the people who already wrote the interpretation to Bhagavad Gita. They could not able to answer the answer properly. So such kind of questions they could not able to answer. Um, Let us stop here. We'll continue it in on the next week. Let us do Mangalam and end the session. Om Mangalam Gurudevaya Mahaniya Prabodhatmane Sarvaloka Sharanyaya Sadhurupaya Mangalam. Prabodharpana.